し生まれ変わったらその時はさ
Oh wow, I'm tired. Okay, hello loves, welcome back to another video. Today we are reading a Kurapika X male listener because I did say I was going to make one and I haven't gotten to that. So now we are here making the male X listener and yeah. Okay, so this one is, I do want to put a trigger warning in, so if you get triggered easily by dying or almost dying or scary situations, please click off this video. But yeah, those of you who stay, thank you, and yeah, let's get into the video. It was battle time. You and the 4 other boys were ready to attack from the Phantom Troop, when suddenly Kurapika went crazy and just started running into battle. "Kurapika!" you shouted. "It's no use," Killua said. "He won't listen." "But I know all too well that what Kurapika is going through might not be the exact same thing, but I understand," he said, putting a hand out in front of you to stop you from running after the Avenger. "Fine," you said. "I'll just have to believe in him, then." You crumbled to your knees and began praying. "What are you doing?" Killua shouted, dodging attacks from the other members as Kurapika seemed to want to kill them off one by one. "All I can do is put my faith into him." "Fine, but hurry, me and Gon need help, and L'Oreal isn't much help." "Hey, I'm trying. Put the suitcase down." You shook your head at the both of them. "Okay." You continued your prayer until the end. "Alright, I can back you up now," you said through the many fists being thrown. "Okay, get behind us," Killua ordered. You did as he said and got behind the group. By placing your hands out in front of you and pulling as much aura as you could into them, you pushed it forward into your friends. You could tell with the looks on their faces that they regained much energy. "Thanks," they all said in unison. "Yeah," you breathed out. You couldn't fight, but you could be used as an energy bar, and even though that was it, you took pride, mostly because you wanted to help the boy you'd been doting over this entire time kill the people who murdered his clan. You knew that Kurapika wouldn't let his anger go, and at any rate, this was the best way you could figure to help him. What the Phantom Troop did was wrong, and Kurapika's way of revenge wasn't all that great either, but you'd stick with him through thick and thin, like you always had. Ever since you'd met him, he's shown somewhat of not always being there. He was there physically, but mentally he was distant. It made you drawn to him, and eventually developed some type of feelings towards him. However, the deeper you traveled into his heart, the more you saw of what it really looked like. It was cold, broke, and worst of all, scared. You wondered what Kurapika was afraid of. You wondered if you could mend his broken soul. Could you warm it up with your touch? You wanted to explore the many possibilities, but you knew that you would never get the opportunity if he couldn't let go of his anger. He was determined, but so were you. Back to reality. You again pushed aura from your palms onto your friends and boosted their abilities. This was the 3rd time, and you were almost done with the Phantom Troop, though the final boss still remained, Crollo. He laughed at Kurapika's attempts. Then when it looked like Kurapika had landed the final blow, you were picked up to a dangerous height. "If you want to kill me for revenge, that's fine. But before that, I'll kill him." Crollo laughed menacingly. "No," Kurapika shouted, outstretching an arm towards you. Crollo held up your shirt over a bridge. The bridge plunged straight into deep waters. If Crollo were to drop you, you might survive the fall. And that's what you kept telling yourself, that you would survive. But in some deep part of your mind, you knew that you would not last long in the freezing temperatures. "Let go of him!" Kurapika shouted, tears streaming down his face. You smiled, tears running down your cheeks as well. "I love you," were the words you mouthed as you pulled Crollo's hand away from your own and dropped the length down into the chilling depths of the ocean that surrounded the platform you were on top of. "Sacrifice, huh? I guess you really do have loyal allies." Crollo smiled insanely. "He's much more than an ally, you bastard," Kurapika said, running over the platform and jumping in as well. You fell from a hefty height. so the most you could have been was knocked out. Though, even so, you'd drown. Why in? Kurapika shouts, searching for you. You could hear him, but only slightly as your body slowly begin to be evaporated by the water. I love you too, he shouted. A couple of seconds went by and you finally fell into an unconscious state. When you woke up, you found yourself on that same platform, choking up water. You're such an idiot, you heard. Kurapika, calm down. Gon's tone wavered. No, he's always putting himself in danger because of me. Kurapika turned to you. Killua and Lario didn't say anything. Why? Why do you always? Kurapika began to get overwhelmed with emotion as he stared at your motionless figure. You had coughed up the water, but after that there was no movement. Kurapika held his head up to your chest and found you weren't breathing. He picked it up again and without hesitation began giving you mouth to mouth. Eventually you did come to, but you still didn't move, though Kurapika was fine as long as you were breathing. You gave us a scare, Wyan. Killua put a hand up to his heart and warmly smiled at you. You didn't respond. Your face lay motionless and pale. An hour passed of you just laying there. Finally you sat up and cried out, I couldn't do it anymore. Your friends turned to face you, questioning what you meant and waiting for an explanation. You clutched the spot on your shirt where your heart was and elaborated, I couldn't see you hurt anymore. It was breaking me, and when you gave me that guilty, pitiful look, when I had the choice to heal your broken heart, I took it because I love you. That's why I did what I did. You shouted, mainly at Kurapika. I would have went for revenge after you died. I wouldn't have stopped. All you would have accomplished was breaking me more. He shouted back. His words stung. They did. But you looked down. No pupil in your eye. Wyan, Lario tried to smooth. What now? You cut off. Now? Kurapika scoffed. He quickly walked over to you and bent down, planting a kiss on your forehead and saying, Now we go home. Oh my god! Y'all, I cried. Loves, I cried. I really did. Ooh. Tears were daring to stream from my eye sockets. I was crying. This is so sad. I wrote this. Why did I write something so sad? Okay, but that is the fan fiction. So for Easter I do want to do something, but I have no idea what to do. Partly because I'm lazy, but I'll figure something out. Hopefully I'll write something and then post it later tonight. But yeah, this one is okay. Bye, loves.